There's a lot of buzz about macronutrients in the health and fitness world, but how much do you really know about them? It's a given that all nutrients are essential to any healthy diet, but are some more important than others? And how many are there anyway? Nutrients can fall into one of six categories: proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. Three of these, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, form the macronutrient family. As the name implies, macronutrients are the big ones, the major energy sources that our bodies need to grow, digest food, build and repair muscle tissue, and perform basic bodily functions. Let's talk about them one by one. Quite possibly the most important nutrient for body composition. Protein provides the body with the amino acids it needs to build and repair muscle tissue, supply oxygen to the cells, create the enzymes and hormones that control basic bodily functions, and bolster the immune system to fight sickness and infection. A protein-rich diet can even help you lose weight by increasing satiety while maintaining muscle mass during a calorie deficit. So, how much protein should you consume? This depends on what you're trying to achieve. We recommend 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight per day as a minimum. If you're currently dieting and trying to lose body fat, you should aim for 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight to ensure your body isn't breaking down muscle, which can reduce your metabolic rate and make it harder to lose fat. Endurance athletes and competitive level strength trainers should also aim for 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight to aid in muscle recovery. Hitting these targets can often be hard if you've never consumed a lot of protein before. We have found an easy way to hit these targets is to incorporate 1 to 2 palms worth of protein with each meal to easily hit your protein target. If you're trying to lose weight, fat can seem like an evil adversary to meeting your goals. It's literally the thing you're trying to get rid of. But consuming too little can actually be detrimental to your health and reaching your fat loss goals. During the 80s and 90s, there was a big push for low-fat or fat-free foods, but today we know that it's more important to focus on the quality of fat than the quantity. Fats improve the taste and texture of foods, but also have an important job within our bodies. Fats help to maintain hormonal health, improve cellular health, and protect our organs. We generally take a fat-first approach, where we set protein as discussed above, then allocate a minimum of 0.8 grams of fat per kilo of body weight to ensure optimal health. We then set the remaining amount of calories to carbohydrates. One thing worth mentioning before we move on: not all fats are created equal. Saturated and trans fats can raise cholesterol and make you more susceptible to heart disease, while unsaturated fats are considered good fats that actually help to regulate cholesterol levels. Some healthy fat sources include fish, avocados, olives, nuts, and walnuts. Try to limit saturated fats, including cheese, cream cheese, butter, sour cream, bacon, lard, whole milk, and coconut and palm oils. Unfortunately, artificial trans fats are also on the naughty list and should be avoided. These are often found in pastries, cookies, crackers, fried foods, and processed snack food. In the past couple of decades, carbohydrates have gotten a tarnished image as diet destroyers, but they're not bad. In fact, they're downright essential, especially if you want to increase your performance in the gym. Carbohydrates are the body's ideal fuel source when it comes to exercise and weightlifting. Carbs are the fuel source that allows us to train harder and longer, which ultimately allows us to get better results. So why the bad rep? Not all carbs are created equal. Simple carbs, which are composed almost primarily of sugar, which ultimately aren't bad. However, the problem with these is that they're often calorically dense, which can hamper weight loss efforts when overconsumed. Complex carbs, on the other hand, including starches like brown rice, sweet potatoes, and oats, are low GI, which means they enter the bloodstream more slowly and result in sustained release of energy. These foods are often harder to overconsume because of their fiber content, which makes you feel fuller and less likely to overconsume them. That said, simple and complex carbohydrates have a place in a healthy diet as long as they're used appropriately and not overconsumed. The key takeaway is to strive for the combination of simple and complex carbohydrates that works for you. To set your carbohydrate target, use the remaining calories left after setting your protein and fats targets and assign them to carbohydrates. Let's quickly go through how you can set your macro targets. Once you have your daily calorie target, it's time to set your macronutrient targets. You can learn about this in one of our other videos. So let's say Jack is in a deficit, and we have set his calories at 2,200 calories. Our guidelines are 2.2 grams per kilogram of lean body mass per day. So for Jack, who's 80 kilograms, that's 176 grams of protein, or 704 calories in protein alone. Generally, as a rule, when the goal is fat loss, we stick to the higher end range of protein, both for satiety and to increase the thermic effect of feeding, which is why we aim for 2.2 grams and above. Next, we need to plan Jack's healthy fats to support hormonal health and cell function. Our prescription in this case would be 0.8 grams per kilo of body weight, which equates to 56 grams of fat or 504 calories. We then take the remaining calories and prescribe them to carbohydrates. Here, it would be 992 calories, which equates to 248 grams of carbohydrates. That wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave us a comment with any questions we may be able to answer. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.